down as well. Obviously, Pichu being a very small character, should be very interesting to see how Supahsemmie can deal with that. But let's get straight into game number 1, a top 64 here between NaetorU and Supahsemmie on small battlefield. Chucky, talk us a little bit through this matchup.
This matchup's like a lot of Pika and Pichu matchups. It's about dealing with T-Jolt, you know. So the fire arrow can go over it, which is really useful at the mid-range. But in general, you're going to see that Pichu wants to get in, and Youngling has to take a bit more of a zoner role and try and also keep him out with the swords, because NaetorU, when he gets in, he does 90, and he will kill you, but that down air not going to quite take it yet.
No, not at all. Down smash was also looking to potentially take that stock early here again. As you said before, NaetorU just piling on the damage, incredible aggressiveness coming out from them here, and just not much you can do. A very overwhelming start there. It seems like Supahsemmie's starting to get his bearings in just a little bit, though. Starting to find a couple follow-ups here and there, just getting a nice bit of juicy damage in. But NaetorU going to take it with a very emphatic down smash and a really solid start to the game.
Yeah, just chasing him all the way across the screen, and the response is immediate. Oh, we love to see it. Supahsemmie incorporating a few more of those confirms. Seen a lot of Younglings get a little bit more optimal recently. It's made the character look that much more ridiculous.
For sure, for sure. It's always really cool to see these characters kind of just growing in the meta, man. There's like loads of different characters that are starting to crop up a little bit more. Again, Youngling being one of those characters, again, who's been around for quite a long time, but always developing. There's so much you can do with the character. Forward tilt looking to try and take NaetorU out of the game here. What is the game plan here for Supahsemmie? NaetorU manages to make it back by rolling through now on both players, just resetting it back, throwing out as many projectiles as possible to try and gain that space there. NaetorU waiting patiently, gets the back throw, throws out T-Jolt, throws out a second one, isn't able to get the edge guard successfully, but they're both just scrapping right now.
Yeah, NaetorU edge guarding, that's kind of his win condition. He's looking for something like an air dodge there, knowing that Semi has been really conservative with his jumps. He's more likely to air dodge in, but it doesn't matter in the end. Semi gets the reversal. Those bomb recoveries can be really, really slippery.
Yeah, extremely, extremely slippery. A couple up airs coming out here as well now from Supahsemmie, who's starting to look really confident in this matchup. Once again, a one stock lead currently on NaetorU. Good up smash, not really going to kill there. Supahsemmie still alive in this game. Looking for a couple more forward tilts, not really finding too much success with the edge guarding at the moment as NaetorU stays alive in this match right now. Gets the down air, isn't going to kill once again. Supahsemmie's still alive, holding onto the bomb there, so that's going to put him up. But that up B at the perfect time is just going to catch NaetorU and take the first game.
What a mix-up. God damn, especially with the bomb in hand as well, just in case it didn't work, in case, you know, NaetorU fell out, you can still recover from that. Exactly. And again, like the awareness to go for that, it's just something that NaetorU wasn't expecting. Really great stuff from Semi to take game 1.
Yeah, Supahsemmie just looking really, really solid there in that very first game. Again, it just came down to just adapting to the way NaetorU was playing. And a lot of times, especially, you know, very first game of the day, a lot of people would be very, very overwhelmed, especially with the starting that we saw from NaetorU. But we're taking it to town and city. Relatively larger stage, but also a relatively smaller blast zone to deal with. So this should be interesting to see how that goes down here. NaetorU taking advantage already here, 36% right out of the floodgates. And we saw this earlier on here. The question is now, can NaetorU get the job done very quickly? It seems like that might be the case with a bunch of T-Jolts and a forward smash to end it off. A huge stock from NaetorU going into game 2.
Yeah, and that side blast zone is going to help both of these two out greatly. NaetorU having another commanding start, looking for an edge guard here, but not going to quite get the sweet spot there. But the momentum shift has been insane today.
No, absolutely. Momentum is just shifting between both these players like a pendulum, and it is just, as you said before, been absolutely insane. Down throw looking for a potential up air follow-up, not really able to find the mark there once again. Supahsemmie looking for an answer, an inch, anything, a crumb of damage to try and work off of, but seems like NaetorU is just holding on to this for so long. Beautiful down air read once again. Is going to go off stage. And NaetorU looking so demanding here in this second game, Shaggy.
Yeah, he's starting to figure out how Semi is recovering, and it's been really, really bad for him so far. But Semi responds quickly. He's only a full stock down now, and Youngling on a stage with these blast zones can be a bit of a cheeser, so you got to watch out.
That is a very good point. Nice follow-up once again, looking for something off stage, and NaetorU kind of shooting for the stars a little here, but Supahsemmie signs of life, starting to fight back a little there, and it looked like a potential second stock would have been taken there had it gone Semmie's way. Beautiful catches with the down tilt, setting up for a kill, and we are down to 1 stock apiece.
Oh, that wait initially for the air dodge because he knew it wasn't he wasn't at kill percent. It's genius, honestly, from Semmie as he tries to bring this back. But NaetorU has had a few moments of genius of his own, and he's looking to get another one here.
Ooh.
Good. Yeah, Semmie starting to mix up his recovery a little bit more now. NaetorU looking for a snipe with the T-jolt. There's no jump now.
Oh, looking for the down air, but the slight end, the last hit of up B is going to save Supahsemmie. Just a little bit beautiful setup from NaetorU, and they just managed to find their footing, taking game number 2. Semmie not looking too bad, though, at that point. I mean, look, Semmie could have potentially taken that game had NaetorU slipped up a couple more times there, and it took just one mistake for NaetorU to really capitalize on it and end up getting that win. So, fair play to him, well played. Was Town and City the pick? I'm not too sure, but it was certainly an interesting one. But we are running it straight back to Small Battlefield, a place where both characters are forced to scrap. NaetorU's had some really good starts, you know, from what we've seen.
Yeah. NaetorU, his advantage is that explosive, and he's so good at using his movement to get in. You know what I mean? So he's just bobbing and weaving around the projectiles that Supahsemmie tries to throw out, and he's just got faster buttons when he gets in. And that's really hard, to be fair, having faster buttons than Younglink, but Pichu can do it.
Yeah, for sure. Getting into the next game, NaetorU! Huge start from him! And this is what we're talking about, that overwhelming aggressiveness there, and not much that Supahsemmie can do. Quicker buttons, faster pace, much more aggressive. NaetorU taking the first stock in a very demanding amount of time here, and looking to do it once more. Again here, Jackie cleaning up shop, looking to go down low, but isn't able to capitalize off it. Here, Supahsemmie lives to fight another day.
Yeah, like, he's got such good adaptation. It was immediate. In the last game, a couple of times, Semmie was waiting on the Zair. Game 3, immediately, he's out there and he's saying, if you do that again, I'm T-jolting you, I'm back airing you, you're dead. No more mix-ups for you. He'll just take away any options like that. Okay, still living.
Good use of the dash attack as well, though, but yeah, NaetorU going to go underneath the stage, but Supahsemmie able to catch it with a boomerang and then a forward air right after as a follow-up here. 117.7% currently on the Younglink player. Again, both players just trading projectiles as much as possible with that forward tilt coming out from NaetorU just to push Semmie away as much as possible here. Now looking for that down air once again. Supahsemmie able to make it back up onto stage and starting to rack up a little bit more damage now. Has Rage here as well, so Pichu dies at relatively early percentages, but that up smash is going to seal that deal and give Supahsemmie a very fresh stock heading into this final part of the game.
It is small battlefield though. You've got to watch out. You've got to watch out. Down tilt fair confirmed. Maybe something crazy with the arrows. Pichu is a light guy and Semmie is not out of this yet. But NaetorU has been so evasive so far, and he's going to keep that up.
Yeah, he wants to hold on to this stock advantage. Beautiful link with the forward tilt into down throw, up air. Yeah, forward air. Nice, huge, but that down air lingering for so long. NaetorU diving headfirst into it. Gonna lose a stock. Both players down to 1 stock apiece, though. NaetorU wants to try and apply that aggressiveness to take this next game. Supahsemmie starting to fight back a little. These percentage deficits mean nothing to the Younglink player at the moment as momentum swings back and forth, and we blinked, and he's already at 72% here. NaetorU's going to have to try and find an answer to put Supahsemmie away quick. Otherwise, we're going to have a repeat of what happened in game number 1. NaetorU does not want to allow that to slip from his fingers in any way, shape, or form. Narrowly misses the down air and isn't able to find too much successes of it. What's he got to do here to really win? That's going to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Classic just waiting at that sort of edge of roll distance. NaetorU trying to call him out, expecting Semmie to try and catch a roll away, but he just waited, he reacted. That's all he needed to do. Semmie very calm under pressure there, and he goes 2-1 up here. We're going straight back to Town and City.
Yeah, you don't want to risk having to fight or scrap against Younglink in a small space, so fair play. NaetorU had a very successful game on Town and City, so it only makes sense to go back to a bigger stage to deal with Younglink. And that said, though, can Supahsemmie make it his own? He's had a very commanding last game, so we'll see how this goes down if NaetorU's confidence is there with that first stock. But yeah, it's all to play for here. Again, Supahsemmie 1 point away from moving on within winners and sending NaetorU down to losers. And it seems like so far he's had quite the start.
Yeah, much more defensive start than normal. Semi realizing that he shouldn't scrap with NaetorU too much. He's been burned before. Got to be very, very careful. Just kind of dancing around and using that extra space. But a flat stage can mean better combos for Pichu. And NaetorU will definitely show you that.
Ooh, just misses the dash, misses the grab, sorry, wasn't able to find too much off of that there. Supahsemmie's still alive here as well, 83%. These two are just kind of swinging back and forth right now, I mean, situational-wise as well, but gonna reset back to neutral. A couple of projectiles being thrown out here once again. Supahsemmie off of the boomerang, looking super, super strong with that catch in. NaetorU trying to find a response ASAP. Doesn't want to allow him to build up too much damage there. The down air going to trade with the up B. The last hit once again, and NaetorU finds success, and we are down to a fresh stock between both players.
Yeah, we are level at 2-2 here as Semi looks to try and win the set. Chuckle Bomb down here. Again, just the very patient zoning from Semi. He's been burned before by NaetorU's advantage state. Very calm in the corner. We're seeing a lot of down tilts in the corner more recently. It's just so hard to deal with. The hurtbox shifting makes it like really annoying.
Yeah.
But NaetorU finds a really rapid response.
Oh my god.
From Semi was so clutch. Trying to get the kill with the down air. It's not going to quite happen yet. But he has leveled things up immediately.
What, they're going to do that?
Yeah,
not really, yeah.
Try for the DI mix-up on the small blast zones, but it's not going to quite work. Looking for an up air or a down air here. Got to dance around these T-jolts. Whilst the platforms are still here. But NaetorU finds the grab anyway, and
NaetorU is using those T-jolts to his advantage right now, and as you said before, just kind of dancing around it, forcing Semi to basically move around them and try to find an answer. And, you know, that's normally YoungLink's plan here, but seems like NaetorU is starting to adapt to it very, very nicely here. He's going to try and wait for that down air again. We've seen that option catch Supahsemmie so many times, but he doesn't fall for it a second time. He's able to adapt quite nicely there. Gets the up air here on Town and City, and we are down to 1 stock apiece once again. This bomb gonna try and take a little bit of shield damage in there, though NaetorU not gonna fly too hard close to the sun. Isn't gonna get hit too hard either. A little bit more damage coming out from the Pichu player. Again, these two are just kind of swinging right now at Jackie.
Yeah, NaetorU missing a few confirms there. Semi trying to make him pay for it. But it's not going to quite work out. When the stage is flat, T-Jolt is really scary. And Semi knows because he's had to deal with it. But how long will he have to deal with it for? If he can find the kill here, a down tilt to fair could do it at ledge, but NaetorU finds a way out.
Oh my god, T-Jolt. Could be really dangerous here. Beautiful use of the down tilt up air, and Supahsemmie is going to be taking it 3-1 over NaetorU. Moving on through winners, sending the Pichu player down into losers. A very, very solid set from both players.
Yeah, really, really well played from both of them, but Semi's advantage was just a bit too clean in the end, and his disadvantage was really, really solid. Like, as a Swordy, it's hard to not get edge guarded by a character like Pichu, but Semi was constantly mixing up his spacing, his timing. He had options like, you know, waiting with the Zaire to pull out of his pocket. And even when it didn't work, you know, he wasn't reliant on them. He was willing to mix things up. And, you know, I keep thinking about, I think it was game 1 or 2 on SBF, where he does that really, really early up B to just throw NaetorU off and win it completely.
Yeah.
And it's those kind of mix-ups that you can pull out of your pocket that really help you seal tight sets.
For sure.
So
I think
great stuff from Semi.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm sure, you know, both players were playing extremely smart. We saw things from both players that genuinely, again, we wouldn't see a lot of. You know, to adapt the way that Supahsemmie did, especially like later into game number 1, would set the tone for basically the rest of the entire set, because we kept on seeing it many, many more times. Even on that one game on Town and City that NaetorU did win, you know, Supahsemmie was able to sort of just adapt to the way that he was playing. One good example would be, you know, how Supahsemmie would constantly be hit by those down airs, especially on roll. which was a massive, massive problem because NaetorU would just be able to catch his roll on every single time using those downers. And then towards the end of that set, he started to understand it a little bit more and was like, I'm going to try and basically mix you up, bait you out a couple times, and then eventually get a punish, which he did. And it was really, really smart from him. And it just goes to show, best of 5, you have a lot of time to just adapt to your opponent quite nicely. And I think he did a really good job of doing so. So credit to Supahsemmie where credit is due.